Good morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are, and welcome to another Young Justice Season 4, Episode 18 review called The Grip of the Gods. We have officially started the Rocket arc, as you can see in the corner right over here. Sorry, I could not find a better image. It's a little grainy, but whatever. So we are now propelling ourselves into the Rocket arc, which is taking a little bit of an odd turn. I don't hate it, but at the same time, it is a bit out of place, at least for what I thought the Rocket arc would be about. So let's dive right into it. So we start in Dakota City with Rocket and her son, who obviously has special needs. They do a very good job of translating a child with autistic disorder, which is not autistic is really not a thing anymore. Technically, it is not. There's no such thing as autistic anymore. Um, long story long, and I'm not going to get into it, but it does kind of show the frustration that parents with kids with special needs have to go through. Um, so it's just not something that's very good. They get on the bus, and the kid has no filter. Like he basically says, that lady stinks. Yeah. Sometimes it makes it really hard for parents to not to manage the situations and stuff like that. So definitely a good way to portray because he definitely has his little idiosyncrasies that he does and everything like that. We get to see Rocket's, I guess, ex-husband, who is the father of the child. And, they have a conversation. Rocket does say that she is going to be out of town, like for the Justice League. So obviously, while she's off working, the dad is obviously with the kids, or with the kid. I don't remember what his name is. I should have wrote it down. So then after that, they're talking about going to his IEP and everything like that. So, you know, again, more just kids with special needs and their and the stuff that comes along with that. I think they're just trying to bring a little bit of awareness, like parents of kids that need special needs and stuff like that. And I think they're trying to humanize this a little bit, which I liked. This was actually a pretty good opening for this arc, I feel like. Then we go to the weird part, which is Rocket, Jay Garrick, and Forager are on their way to New Genesis for a summit with the New Gods and the Green Lantern Corps, which you figure. I'm not saying anything bad, but I mean, Forager's. I mean, I know why Forager is there. Forager obviously used to live on New Genesis with the bugs and everything like that. Jay Garrick and Rocket, like I feel like they're not exactly the top tier Justice League material that they should be sending to a summit between the Green Lantern Corps and the New Gods. Rocket could be there, but like I feel like this is like the last season when the when King Orin's brother, the king of Zebul, sent like this really weird guy. Like that's what I feel like this is. And as I said, I don't have a problem with Rocket being there, but it's like it seems like a pretty big deal just for these three to be there. Um, and as I said, as you can see in the corner here, there's also a Green Lantern that did not show up in this episode, but probably will be showing up in subsequent episodes. He's in the Green Lantern movie. He's been a pretty predominant character in the Green Lantern Corps. Don't remember his name, but yeah, we'll see more of him. So anyway, we're on our way on the Javelin to New Genesis with that for the summit. Oh, we made it about 4 minutes in. Okay, we so while they are landing in the Supertown, while they're landing in Supertown, we get to see another bug who is breaking into their storehouse, warehouse, whatever, and is stealing a piece of New God's equipment. And then Orion and Rocket go to investigate that, and this pink bug, who is obviously a female, escapes with this piece of technology. She like runs right off of Supertown and lands right in the water, and even Orion says, "Oh, it takes mother box level of calculations to predict that." So obviously these people are not as stupid as the New Gods make them out to be. We go to Apocalypse where some random guy is just talking about revolting against Darkseid and the numbers don't lie and blah blah blah. Even though Darkseid's Infinity or Omega beams could just kill them all, probably. So yeah, so now I mean I don't know. This seemed a little off to me, and he coaxed some girl to go off with him to meet some other revolutionaries. So I don't know. Um, After that, we stop by with Superboy. He's running through well, the zone that we will find out what it is later. Um, we will find he's running through that zone, and he has Lex Luthor in his head. He keeps on quoting things from season one about him being the Superboy and what is his purpose. Him be it being if the Superman were to ever fall or turn evil, that he would have to take his place. Blah blah blah. So, so he's kind of running and he's reciting all that. After that, we go back to the apocalypse where Mahalahafak, Mahala, Mahalavaak, the basically the guy that was standing up and making a big scene at the bar was McGann's brother, who's been doing some work for Darkseid. Basically, the girl that he led away was like, he's like, yeah. She's like, I haven't revolted. I didn't even think about it until you said something. And he's like, yes, but you were susceptible. So, okay. So now he's just kind of trying to keep his quota up of getting, they said that he had ratted out 16 traitors and yada yada, and they sent her off to re-education camp. So, yeah, McGann's brother's kind of a dick. Um, Okay, so we have Rocket and Orion, Forager, Jay Garrick, and I don't remember the light ray guy. I don't know. They track down that the bugs are from the Mountain Tribe, and because of Forager's knowledge of because they were saying that they were going to go and check out the bug towns near the water, and Forager said, no, look at the markings. This is from the Mountain Tribe. So good thing Forager was there. Helped him out a lot. Nice to see Forager doing something other than being adorable. So after that, so then they're going to go track down that. We get another scene where it kind of shows a what if scenario per se of if Superboy did complete his mission of replacing the Superman. It shows him, destroying the Watchtower, breaking Batman's back, like Bane style. Um, Basically working for Luthor. And this is all kind of in Connor's head because he's starting to hallucinate. But yeah, so yeah. I mean, it's just kind of a nice little what if. We get to see like what if Connor did was activated by Luthor instead of activated by Aqualad, Robin, and Kid Flash. Okay, so it turns out that the bugs do have this device. Orion and the team get there, and they're just like, Allfather has a rule that we cannot enter a bug city without permission. So they stand on the outskirts and they talk to the bugs. Shot, and uh, they're taking they take the so they're kind of talking here and they're talking about all that and so they leave the device with the little ones, the larvae. And so Forager, while Orion and Rocket and all the or not the adults, but like everybody else is kind of arguing back and forth, Forager goes and talks to the one Forager, because her name is Forager also, that stole the thing, and she's like, look, he's like, look, I know that the new gods are this, that, and the other, but Rocket's not wrong. That device is dangerous. Please let us help. And so she says, okay, fine, I'll lead you to the thing. The kids run off with the device, and they go fucking off this way, and so they can't find the device. So they cover all the exits, and then watch for something to happen. with all that going on, eventually the device goes nuts. So because the kids are playing with it, they find out it's like a gun. They start shooting rocks and trees and stuff. And so they just and so they see that, and then they head that way. Um, and then so what happens is they accidentally shoot Orion, and his helmet comes off, and he goes into like a rage, and he starts trying to kill everybody pretty much. Rocket puts him in a like force bubble is what I'm going to call it. That puts him in the force bubble, and also puts a device in a force bubble. She can't really hold both of those at the same time, which is weird because I know that Orion's shield would have held because the more he hits it and stuff like that, the more he's supposed to, it's supposed to strengthen. Uh, but she said something about the energy and from that device was doing something to her force bubble. So everything blows up. Orion's gonna go and try to kill Rocket, and then Light Guy, I don't remember his name. Light Guy goes and puts the mother box in front of him, and it kind of calms him down. Sometime throughout here, Ma'ala Fa'ak, Mantis, and some new guy, I don't remember his name. If you look in the top corner way over here, uh, they go in the little shiny ball thing. This is the guy that was at the beginning of the season was observing when Superboy and everything was happening. Man, okay. I'm not cutting this. I'm sorry, I'm not. So this guy was teased in the beginning. We didn't see him, but we did see like the little hexagonal bubble thing. So this was something from early in the season. So we do know that it was uh from Apocalypse. Now we know it's from Apocalypse. What his purpose is here, we have no idea. But they're taking some cube thing to, I guess, the New Genesis. I guess I don't know. It's probably some kind of like big bomb thing. Who knows? So at the end, Orion's kind of remorseful about what he did because he was acting like his father, which is Darkseid. Um, the Green Lantern Corps is supposed to be showing up the next day, and we got a little sneak peek of what's his Metron all the way over there on the right side, with a little red dot in his head. Metron. He's taking the device that apparently is dangerous and put it in a storehouse with him. So yeah, a pretty good start to the Rocket arc. I just didn't expect it to be like this. I expected it to take place all on Earth. I thought it was very odd um, that we did this. And Superboy runs into General Zod, and then we find out that he has been in the Phantom Zone, which I believe the girl's name is also Phantom, so kind of lended to itself. So General Zod is in the Phantom Zone as well as Superboy, and I don't think that Zod knows. I mean, he calls himself the Superboy, so maybe he knows that it is something to do with Superman. Um, or maybe this is like Zod before he's even met Kal-El. Maybe this is the first time Zod is going to appear, in Young Justice. Like obviously it's his first appearance, but um, this is his first appearance in Young Justice. But like I just assumed at first I assumed that it was just like, oh, okay, so Superman beat Zod and he's there in the Phantom Zone, so now he's gonna screw with Superboy. But now it seemed maybe this is the first time that Superman's gonna even encounter Zod. I did just recall that the guy in the hexagonal shield, his last name is he's also a Zod, so it's some kind of relation to General Zod. So there's gonna be some tie-ins here. We're probably we're on episode 18. We're gonna start seeing some tie-ins here, whether we like it or not. But yeah, just a bit of a kind of a weird way to do the Rocket arc, doing it on New Genesis. It's nice to see more of New Genesis. Um, I just didn't think Rocket would be the person to do it. I mean, I don't even know who it would have been, but Okay, I mean, I'm on board for it. It's odd, but I'm not against it. So I just want to see where this goes. So far, the first episode has been pretty good in my opinion. We got to see a lot more of the new gods. We got to see a lot more of the life and infrastructure there. We did get to kind of see where they're going with Superboy a little bit more, and yeah, a little bit into the life of Rocket. Which, truth be told, Rocket is the out of the main Young Justice cast from season one, which she really was only in a couple episodes. I mean, I can't I don't. I hesitate to say she was even a main character in season one of Young Justice, but I'm okay. I mean, if they're giving her shine now, I don't mind seeing this character. But at the same time, it's like, I don't consider her a main cast in the first season. In the second season, she was already in the league, so it's almost like, um, Zatanna was there even more than Rocket. So anyway, so yeah, I mean, I'm open for it. I want to see where this goes. The ending credits scene was Superman and Black Lightning looking over a board of potential candidates for the Justice League reserves. And I mean, there's a bunch of just obscure guys on here from the entirety of, from the obscurity, and I mean, I don't even remember how. I mean, Clayface was on there. I think I saw Clayface, and I'm like, really? There's a bunch of other people that were on there. I mean, but yeah, it's I don't know what this reserve is supposed to be. I mean, is it like Justice League? Uh, Unlimited, where it's like they have a bunch of extra people, or because I feel like the Justice League is already pretty big in and of its own right in this series. So that's why it's like, what is the reserves? Like, is it just people that they can call in the matter of a crisis, which is what it seemed like? But at the same time, it's like, then they might as well just be leaguers. Like, what do they get? Like, limited access? I don't know. So, yeah. Um, so it's pretty good. I'm looking forward to what we go into next week. Um, Looking to learn more about the new gods, watch the plot thicken a little bit, see what General Zod's got up his sleeve, and see what Rocket's going to do. As I said, Rocket seems very out of. Well, I mean, Rocket and Jay Garrick seem a little out of place for this part. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't bring like Blue Beetle in uh, or even Bart Allen. Jay Garrick is such a weird pick as well. Like, why would Jay Garrick represent the league? Um, I mean, I guess he's the most experienced, but it's just so weird. It, the team format of this arc is just it's baffling to me a little bit. And there's only three of them technically, but still. All right. Well, that all being said, let me know down below in the comments section what you thought of this episode of Young Justice Phantoms this week, episode 18. Let me know what your thoughts are on my thoughts. Give us a like, and if you fancy, please consider subscribing to NerdTube. We are the greatest YouTube channel you maybe kind of sort of heard of. I will see you next week for more Young Justice Phantoms. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Catch you later.